Hey, everybody. We'll just give everybody about 10 more minutes to join and then we'll get started.
Sounds good.
Hello, Alex, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
You know what, Alex, I'm early and I'm looking at the screen here and it's showing my ID number. I don't know what the heck happened there.
Right. So what you can do, let's see, if you click on participants, do you see that tab?
Let's see. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. For some reason, my screen is showing some weird stuff here. Okay, participant. Okay.
Yeah, so click on that and then you should be able to see your number, and then you can, when you click on your number, there will be an option that says more. And if you click on more, you should be able to rename.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm clicking on there right now. Let's see. Okay, it says more. Where was she? Oh, I see. Got it. Okay, and so I'm looking in more, and what am I supposed to look for on the more screen?
There will be an option to rename.
Okay, let's see. Option. Oh, I'm not seeing that.
So when you click, did you click on more on your name?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and so
And
then it'll say chat, ask to start video. Then you can also, there will be an option to do rename.
yeah, okay. You know what? I'm not seeing any of that. So, you know what? Why don't I just kind of let it go as it is? I can hear you.
Okay, well, if you want, I can rename for you.
Okay.
Do
All
you want
right.
to just drop in the chat what you want me to put
Y
in?
yeah, just put
Okay.
Harlan Hunter.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
All right. You know if that looks okay.
that's me.
Okay, perfect.
All right. It's
Welcome, everybody. We'll get started in about 3 minutes. Did everybody have a good break? Yes. Yeah. Monday of Flex right at 8:30.
it was too short.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast it goes.
Yeah, yeah, but we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been through this routine so many times now,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to join and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
All right, it's officially 8:30. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I know that we'll probably have some more folks hopping in. But thank you so much for joining us bright and early on Flex Week. Today we're going to be talking about building a bot and how we can use AI to create custom classroom tools. The tool that we're going to be using today is PlayLab. Which you all are going to get access to, which is pretty exciting because not everybody can get access to it. So I'll give you all access to PlayLab and then show you some of the features of this tool, which makes it really easy to build basically a classroom bot that you can use for a bunch of different purposes. The goal today is to be really hands-on. So hopefully at the end of today's session, everyone will have the start of a bot or maybe even a bot that they're very happy with. And we'll even have some time that we can test it with each other and we can see what everybody else's bots are and kind of give some feedback. Just like everything we do, building the bot is one piece of it, but most of the work is really revising it and testing it and playing around with it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Our goal today is to think about how we might use PlayLab in our own classrooms. And I know some of you might already have access to or have played around with PlayLab. So if you want to unmute yourself at some point and share your experience, feel free to hop in. We're going to create that bot, as I said, and then we're going to think about ways that we could use it in specific courses. So maybe we'll have something that we can add to our own courses next week or today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just start thinking about some different ways that we can use different bots that we might build in our classrooms. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the chat. It's going to be a little messy because there's a lot of us here today, which is awesome. But actually, it's not going to be messy because we're going to do our own. So what you're going to do is this is going to prompt you to make a copy, and you'll be able to just go through this and think about some different ways, different types of bots that you might create. So I'll just walk you through it really quickly. So in our bot brainstorming doc, there's a bunch of different ways that we can use bots in our classrooms. So we could have it be a quiz bot where we have it help us generate
Come on, Odie, let's go.
quiz questions and different things like that. We could have it provide, generate feedback for different options that students select, you know, like true, false, and then give feedback if they select the correct answer or the wrong answer. We can also have it be something where it could generate summarized readings for us so that we could provide that to our students. We could have it help us create study guides that we could adjust for our students as well. We can also have it help us create discussion prompts if we're trying to, you know, get our discussions we need somebody to help us, you know, amp up our discussions. We can also use it for student support. So we could create something that would be student facing. So something that students would interact with to help tutor them on specific content and things like that. We can also do a writing assistant bot where we have it help provide feedback. So we can start scaffolding what appropriate use of AI looks like for our students in the classroom by having them use a specific bot. I created a bot for my classroom to help them with just some basic troubleshooting issues that they run into with Microsoft Office and also with Canvas. And so that's a student-facing bot that students can play around with. And with PlayLab, you can upload different documents. So you can upload if you have a PDF of your textbook or you have a PDF of your OER or something like that, you can upload that. And so you can have the bot that you create pull specifically from your documents that you upload. So these are just some examples of different things that we might start to create. We can create any type of bot that we want though. So I've been to trainings where people have created bots that help them when they're having trouble with their teenagers, like getting them out of bed and to school in the morning. They'll create a bot that will say, okay, I really want to just yell at my kid and say, get out of bed. I've asked you 5 times. And the bot will say, okay, let's try to reframe that and think about a slightly more positive, productive way that you can have this conversation with your child. So you can also use it to create, you know, personal coaches for whatever you need. So what I want us to do is just take a little bit of time to start brainstorming some different things that bots that we might like to create, both, you know, if we want to focus on the classroom for our own content creation, or we can think about student support bots. We're going to take a little bit of time and then just kind of share out our ideas for bot creation. Are you ready?
Hey, Alex, before you
Yeah.
get going here, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm truly a novice. And the thing is, can you pretty much give us your definition as you know it on what bot means? What does this technology mean as it relates to artificial intelligence? Because see, that's I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. So let's take a step back and look at what we're actually going to be building. So basically, if you look at, let's see, let me test it. Okay, so this is the bot that I created. So this is the Comp B5 student helper. So this is basically, this is to help me because students will ask me, I can't find that that little, thing in the video that you talk about where you can see the chart design. And this will help them based on if I'm not available, this will be something that they can say, okay, I'm using this type of device, I'm trying to access it here, and it'll help walk them through how to do that. So let's say, so this is the bot that I created. So I click start. And this is what it'll be like for the student, right? So it'll say, are you ready to get started? I say yes. Are you experiencing difficulties? I'll say Canvas. Okay, and I'll say, I can't find my classes. And so it'll go through these different steps. Usually it's a little faster than this. I've never seen it type so slowly. It's almost like a human. But basically it'll go through this and you can say, yes, that helped. No, it didn't help. I found some of the things that I prompted it to pay special attention to, especially with Microsoft Office. So I'll say I'm having trouble with Microsoft Office. Okay. And so I'll say, I don't know how to find chart details. Okay, and so it'll go through these different options, step by step, things like that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Todd. It's a mini ChatGPT for your own class, basically. So if you've ever used ChatGPT, then basically it's a language assistant that can help you. The thing is that this allows you to customize it so you can put guardrails around it so that you create something really tailored to your classes. So one of the recommendations for using AI is to really spend a lot of time customizing it. That's when you're going to get the really exceptional outputs, right? So if I'm using AI to help write a grant, I'm going to spend a lot of time prompting it and teaching it what I want it to do. So the different AI tools that we're using have all been taught kind of generic skills, right? They're taught how to finish sentences. They're taught what 5-paragraph essays look like. They're taught a lot of different information, but they're very generic. And so when we use them, if we don't spend time customizing them, the output that we get is very generic. And so when we're thinking about creating our own bots, it's basically teaching this generic AI tool what specific output we want so that we can more consistently get the kind of output that we need so that we're not having to retrain it every time we interact with it. Harlan, does that help? Does that answer your question?
Yes, that is good. And just one other question for you. Does the
Mhm.
BOT, B-O-T, is it an acronym for something?
No, bot is, some might say bot is a misleading term. It's just a really good title for a workshop. So really what we're doing is, shoot, I don't remember what PlayLab calls it, but let's see. Basically what we're doing is we're building an app. PlayLab calls it apps.
Got it.
So yeah, but bot, build a bot, you can't not use that title. So don't focus too much on the bot part. We're really creating something customized for our classroom. Good questions. Anything else? Any other questions? Okay. So are we ready to start brainstorming some ideas that we might want to use for our personal lives or professional lives?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Todd. Okay.
Oh,
If I heard a no, I'm just going to ignore it. So I'm gonna go, I already put in the chat, but I'll do it one more time. So we're gonna go ahead. This will be your personal thing. So nobody else will see it. It'll prompt you to make a copy. If you want to do one where everyone can see it, I'll also drop a link in for that. And we can get started. So we'll just take a little bit of time for this, maybe 5 minutes or so. And then we'll kind of share out some ideas before we get started building. Okay, we'll take about 1 or 2 more minutes, seeing some great ideas.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, awesome. These are such great ideas. I'm just going to go through these really quickly and excellent question, Scott. I'm going to answer that before we go into this. So when you create the bot, what you'll be able to do is get a published link. And so students will be able to go to your bot. They'll see basically this without the top banner with the edit and all that business. And they'll be able to interact with the bot without having to sign into PlayLab or create an account. And so you can take that link and you can add it to your navigation in Canvas with the redirect tool, or you can add it anywhere in Canvas. So it will be pretty easy to put into Canvas so that students can interact with it. Good question. Okay, yes, so QuizBot. There's a lot of great ideas for creating quizzes and study guides. You could even upload your quizzes and say to create study guide questions based off of those quizzes, or you could take quizzes from previous semesters. Students wouldn't be able to see the quizzes. They would just see the prompts that the bot asked them to help them prepare for the quizzes. And it's really helpful because students just want more and more practice. Syllabus, that's a great one, thinking about ways to maybe liven up the syllabus quiz. It could be interact with the syllabus bot and make sure you answer all the questions. The discussion questions, that's really helpful just to have somebody else or some other bot help us, bounce ideas off of so we can get better discussion questions. Okay, I love this idea about the emails and the tutoring. So I'm going to get into this a little bit later, but basically, that's a great idea. It might take a little bit of work to download the emails. I found that when you upload things as PDFs, that's when it works best with PlayLab. So you would just want to make sure that you scrub this identifying student information. So what you could do is you could just create a PDF where you copy and paste all of the different emails that you get from students in one document. And then you could upload that so it doesn't have any names or anything like that. And we'll talk a little bit more about student information and things like that when we're dealing with PlayLab before we start building our bot. But definitely never wanting to put student names into PlayLab. Yeah, and that's really helpful to have, something to check grammar when that's not the subject that we're teaching. I think this is a great idea. Lisa, was that you? Yeah. Scenarios.
How'd you know?
Yeah. Just, sixth sense, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah, scenarios. And that's something that could really apply, whatever class we're teaching. It can be really good about providing scenarios or case studies. And the role playing, I think this is a great idea. I'm not sure how much work it would actually take because it's really, when I created the CompB5 bot, I hardly had to put in any information. I didn't put in any information about Microsoft Word or Canvas because it has so much information already available on the internet. So it was able to pull that information. I spent a lot of time just building the guardrails about how I wanted it to respond to students. And so I would bet that there's probably a lot more information there than it may not take as much work as you would think. Okay, any other ideas that we want to share that aren't on here before we move on?
See what I said in the chat. I want a Canvas integrated bot AI to give feedback on assignments.
Yes. So what you could do in that instance, there is Khan Academy. Khanmigo is an AI tool that we have access to right now that is more integrated into Canvas. From what it's really focused more on K-12, but there are some possibilities for it. So maybe, but in the meantime, with PlayLab, what you could do is you could create your feedback bot, train it on what type of feedback you want to give, and then you could strip the, information and maybe upload a couple of sample students. So, you have your students that get 100%, your students that get 75%, and your students that get, 50%. And so you can upload those and you can generate some feedback on those and then use those for those swaths of students that are having the same issues or that are having the same successes.
But how does it respond in Canvas? I mean, I can't see any way to do this, right? I just want a Canvas integrated bot. That doesn't exist. Canvas would have to do it.
Right. And the issue with that is that we really don't want to have a bot that works without our oversight. So we always need to be making sure that we're double checking the output that our bot is doing. And so with PlayLab, we train the bot and students will interact with it, but we are still, it might be giving them formative feedback, but we still need to be giving that summative feedback and formative feedback when it comes to grades. But it can be a study buddy for them, but we really need to be giving that, you know what I'm saying? When it's attached to grades, we still need to make sure that we have oversight over that.
Right, but it's exactly the same thing as one that responds to emails, because essentially students make the same errors. I'm talking mainly stats over and over again. And it really doesn't require, it's something to be really easy to do in theory if one could have control of the system.
Right, but maybe we don't know what's coming, but for now you could create those that feedback and have it for those same common questions so that you can have that first draft and then it's a matter of copy.
Yeah, I already
and
have
pasting.
that. I mean, yeah.
Right, right. Okay. Anyway, so now what we're going to do, we're going to move on because we're going to start building our bot pretty soon. But before we do that, we really want to think about prompting. So if you've played around with ChatGPT or Claude or different AI tools, you know that how you talk to the bot, how you tell it what you want will really impact the output that you get, right? So the directions that you give will help you get better output. So this game can help us kind of visualize the specificity that we may not necessarily imagine when we're talking to a bot. So we want to take a little bit of time to play this game, and basically it's going to help you just practice the art of prompting. So I'll go ahead and drop this in the chat. And we can get some feedback, real-time feedback on prompting. It'll take about 5 minutes. Is everybody able to access the game okay? right, we'll wrap up the game. What stood out to us? What was our experience like? What did we learn about prompting?
You have to be really detailed.
Yes, yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Like, you have to be really specific about like this, like the orientation or what top means to you may be very different
Right.
from top to the bot. Like
Yeah.
it puts it at a horizontal and I'm like, well, that's not the top. I would have said horizontal if I meant that. And then like even just something like, for example, I wrote chess board on sand overlooking, beach, and it didn't, you have to specify the color, right? Because there's like different colors of the beach. And then like your depth perception, I think it was another one that like the bot struggled with aligning.
Mhm.
So, but it's hard to fit it all in 120 words, I think that like that was interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And that's kind of the tension that we run into when we're customizing AI tools is we have to be specific, but we also we can very easily confuse our little AI buddies. And so we have to be specific but concise. So it's definitely a challenge, an art form. And Naomi, you're stuck on the second painting. Yes, right. And sometimes we need to have a level of expertise about what we're looking for, right? So it's a lot easier for us to build bots on things that we're really, really familiar with, which is helpful because we're all experts in our field. So that's good. Any other thoughts that we want to share?
Yeah, so I'm on level 2 with the horse statuette. The bot doesn't understand cocked, like left rear cocked. I know expert language. It doesn't understand statuette. It doesn't understand any of the formal art language.
Right. And so sometimes I like to think of a bot as a well-meaning, very intelligent, but not in the right ways, kind of
Uneducated.
yeah, assistant. And so, the more we just have to be very, very specific about what we're expecting and what we want. And that's where the kind of the playing around comes in. Because we'll create our first draft, but we're always going to want to kind of go back in and play around with it. So I'm going to show you the back end of the bot because we're almost at building a bot time. So basically, when you go into, let's see, I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in the chat the invitation to join PlayLab. So if you can go ahead and open that, you'll need to create an account. But PlayLab is not open to folks joining. So if you go to PlayLab and you try to sign up, you won't be able to. So you'll have to sign in through this way and you'll be able to get an account. Once you're in there, then I'll show you a little bit of a tour so that we can start building our bots. While you're doing that, I'm just going to share a couple of nice things about PlayLab. So
What does subjects mean? Sorry, Alex. What is subjects?
like what you teach.
Oh,
Yeah. So one of the nice things about PlayLab is that when you go into your project, you'll be able to choose which which AI tool you'd like it to use. So you can use ChatGPT 4, you can use ChatGPT 3.5, you can use Claude. There's different options. And so you can kind of play around with it. If you've played around with the different language models, you know that Claude can be helpful for certain activities and ChatGPT can be better for others. And so you'll kind of want to play around with the different tools. But the best part about it is ChatGPT 4 is behind a paywall for students, right? But we know that ChatGPT 4 has a markedly better output than the free version of ChatGPT. So this is a way that we can give students access to it without them having to pay for it, so that we can kind of level that field, which is nice. Okay. Has everybody been able to create an account? Okay. So when you're in Play Lab, you'll see your workspaces and you'll all be part of this BC work group. So you can build an app here. You can also, when you go to my workspaces, you could create a whole new workspace. So that's what I did, right? I created a workspace and I added you all to it. Within that, if we want to create our apps here, that can be really helpful because one of the nice things about Play Lab is that you're able to remix other folks' apps that they build, which can be really helpful if you see someone built a syllabus bot, you really like it, you can remix it, create your own version, and upload your own text. So it's really building off of, OER sharing, and so we don't have to recreate the wheel. So when you're
Alex?
in, yes,
Would it, if we, like, say that you create a really great syllabus bot and I want to steal it, will I mess yours up?
not at all. So it'll create a copy of it. So let's see. So here you can see, this is a remix. So that means that if I edit this remix, it doesn't impact the original and it'll show remix at the beginning. Yeah, good question. I think you will have access. So when I go into other folks, I could edit. So I could edit the original one. That's what you don't want to do. So you want to click on the 3 dots and you want to click remix. Otherwise you're messing with the original. Okay. So you'll go to new app and you can just put in your app description and whatever you want it to be. And this is what you'll get. So on the left-hand side, you'll see a start, and that's where you can kind of test it out. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see some prompts for you to start filling out. So you are an expert in, that's what you want the bot to be an expert in. So I could say you are an expert in Microsoft Office. Your role is to help students when they have technical difficulties. And you are talking to community college students. So you can fill out these, you can have the workflow, first welcome students or say, hello, how can I help you? Then you can say after they respond, and you can give very detailed, if you look at some of these examples, they can be nice, they're already building out, okay. I'm going to just show you some examples, like here's one. Let's do, okay, this is one for, so you can see here, this is the expertise and then the steps. Sometimes there's 1 step, sometimes there's 2 steps. And you can see the more specific that you are, the more that you chunk it for the bot, the easier it's going to be for it to not get confused, right? So you can, and then there you get down to the bottom and there's conversation rules. So this is where you're telling your app how you want it to interact with the students. Do you want it to be supportive, kind? Do you want it to not give the answer, but help guide students to getting the right answer? All of that. And this is something that you're not going to do in one shot. You're going to basically come up with a draft and then you'll play around with it and then you'll edit it based on how it responds to you. There is an assistant in the corner that can help you build the bot. So it'll, you can say if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and it'll kind of help you come up with some ideas or ways that you can, build your bot correctly. References, this is where you can add your documents or PDFs, and then it'll refer to those. You can also say in the conversation rules, pull from the references I've added. You have the settings, which is the welcome message that you can change. Okay, so then there's a couple other things I want you to pay attention to. Up here is where you can decide what different tool you want it to pull from. So you can select ChatGPT-4 or Claude. If you're going with something that you like, I chose GPT-4 for Microsoft Office because I wanted it to pull from the internet. And GPT-4 has a little bit more robust, access to that. Claude is going to be a little bit more consistent and a little bit less, maybe more accurate, but it doesn't necessarily have as wide of a knowledge base as GPT-4 does. And then you can choose the variability. So if you want it to be very consistent for students, or if you want it to be, very variable. So you'll choose what you want. It'll usually set it at 70% for default. Then there's one more thing I want to show you. So the best part is, oh shoot, I went off of it. When you're back in your app, let's see. So when you're in your app, you can look at how students have okay, you can look at how students have interacted with it. So when you click on those, the graph, you can see all of the different interactions that have been had with your bot and who it was. Which is very helpful. Now, if a student isn't, these are all folks that have logged in. And so I'm pretty sure that if it's students, you won't know the name of the student, but you'll be able to see the interaction. So that can be helpful because you can see how, what kind of questions they ask. So maybe you decide to change your bot a little bit to answer the questions that were being asked. Okay, so any questions about that? Okay, I'm going to give us some time to start building. I see already folks are dropping their ideas in and building, which is awesome. One thing that I want us to just be really mindful of when we're creating the bot is we want to make sure that we're never putting identifiable information into the bot, right? Everything that we put into it, it's kind of like a public space. Imagine it like you're posting it on a bulletin board. So whatever you're comfortable posting on the bulletin board in your outside of your classroom, then you can put it on in PlayLab. If you're not comfortable posting it on the bulletin board outside of your classroom, I would recommend not putting it into PlayLab. Okay, any questions? Are you ready for a little bit more build time? Okay, as you're building, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to stop us at 9:20 so that we have a little bit of time to kind of play around with each other's bots. I'm going to put us in breakout rooms. So at 9:20, we'll go into breakout rooms and we can share our bots, test it a little bit, and then we'll wrap up. If you run into any issues or you have any questions, please drop it into the chat or unmute yourself. And yes, I will drop that in right now. Good question, Monica. Yeah, if we want to create a practice quiz or question set, if you have the textbook, definitely add it to the reference section. That can be really helpful. That's when OER is really nice. Good question, Lisa. So the documents that we upload to references are not public facing, but it is, I like to think of the AI tools when we interact with it as a public space so that it just helps guide what information I will give it, because it becomes, it can be used for training data if we're using ChatGPT 4. So it's not something that, yes, if you upload a quiz, your students won't be able to see the references. They won't be able to see the specific quiz. Um, Very good question. It'll just be there to act as information for it. Yeah. We'll take about one more minute and then we're gonna go into our breakout rooms. If we don't have a bot fully formed, that's okay. It'll just give us kind of a time to play around with what we've developed so far. Are we mostly at the point where we're ready to share something, a draft of something? Maybe? Okay. So what you'll do when we go into the breakout rooms, you're welcome to share your bot. If you'd like to have folks kind of play around with it. You're also welcome to just kind of walk everybody through what you were doing, ask for feedback if you're stuck on anything. Depending on where you're at, you may have something ready for people to play around with themselves, or you may be asking for thoughts on the workflow. If you are ready to share it, what you'll do is you'll click publish. So you'll click this little publish thing right here. And then once you do that, you'll be able to get the link. And then when you have the link, you can share that link with your colleagues and they'll be able to test it out. You also have a QR code that you can share. So if you wanted to do this as something students could do in class, you could have the QR code up on the board and students could use their phones to interact with it during, different portions of the class if you want to get more interaction or something. And you can also embed it as well. And as I said before, you can use the link to add to the redirect tool. Okay, so we're going to just take like 7 minutes in the breakout rooms. And I'm going to open those rooms now. Does everybody, any questions before I open the rooms?
Real quick, Alex, should we
Yeah.
publish to the BC work group or do we need to create something different?
No, you'll publish it to the BC work group. Yeah,
Okay.
good question. Okay, and here we go. See you in 7 minutes. Harlan, Marisol, any questions? All right, welcome back, everybody. So we'll do a quick wrap up because we have 2 minutes left, but I gotta give everybody time to come in.
Yeah, that's one of the questions that came out of our group
Yeah.
is this system is it integrated in Canvas at any level? How does that work in terms of the Canvas integration?
Yeah, so it's not integrated into Canvas, but it is a link that you would be able to add into your your course navigation with the redirect tool. Or you could embed it on a page, but it still would be an external link.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. I know that California Community Colleges is doing a mega pilot with them right now. So maybe we'll see some integration in the future. You know, only time will tell.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions that came out of the breakout rooms or thoughts you want to share?
Observation. I like this bot. I think I can use it a lot. It will cut down a lot of my work too, especially repetitive content. Yeah.
Exactly. Hopefully this will be something that will help us be able to make a little bit more time for the meaningful interactions with students that really make a difference, and be an assistant. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen one more time. If you're interested in learning more about AI and you want to do an intro to AI, this is the wrong thing. Google Notebook is also something that you may want to play around with if you're interested. It can create podcasts based on content that you upload, and it's free, pretty fun to play around with. Anyway, I have a course, an intro to AI course coming up. It's free and non-credit. It's a total of 9 hours over 2 weeks. So it's pretty quick, but it's not a huge time commitment. It starts March 17th. If you're interested in enrolling, feel free to enroll. There's still some space. And that's where we'll go over the basics of AI and all that stuff. And also stay tuned because I'll be reaching out. Maybe there's some things we can do with our PlayLab bots this semester, if anybody's interested in exploring more. But thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciated your time and getting to play around with AI with you. And as always, I'm here if you need any support. Thank you all so much for coming. Bye.
Thanks, Alex. Have a great week.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Alex. See you later.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Alex, I had a question.
Yeah.
So I'm a manager and hopefully I'm trying to apply for later on becoming an adjunct as well.
Mhm.
I did notice that you had an option there also of like writing grants. Is that going to be part of if taking that B68 class? Would you share more, or is it more geared toward teachers? Or
So Intro to AI is geared to anyone who's just looking to learn a little bit more under the hood about how these AI tools work.
Yes.
And if you're interested in learning more about how to use, AI or create customized grant writing bots, I'm happy to help with that. Just keep an eye out. We send out emails about our office hours, and you're welcome to hop in and I can show you what I've done with it.
Thank you. Yeah, because AI is like everywhere. You just sometimes it's overwhelming, and you know
Totally.
which is the right one, or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of information about AI.
Yeah, you want to go into the right one, not just So thank you
Right.
so much.
No
I
problem. Thank you
really
for coming.
enjoyed working with the other instructors and
Oh,
the ones that
good.
learn how to drop their syllabus in there.
Yeah.
And so very helpful. Have a great day.
Good. You too. Bye.
Alex,
Yeah.
do you know, will the PlayLab bot output images? So like I put a file in there that had like a couple student generated study questions and a bunch of them reference images. But when I played the output, it has like a note saying this references an image, but it doesn't show the image.
Right. I don't think so because it looks like I don't think it works with images.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you. This is a great session.
But I think ChatGPT does, and you can create your own GPT using the same, basically it's the same. It's just not with the PlayLab interface, but you could create your own GPT, and then you could share that with students.
And I just do that through the Chat GPT interface, just log in with my own account and.
Exactly. And then you can create your GPT. And the nice thing about that is that it'll prompt you to basically you'll say like, I want to create this, tell me what information you need. And so it'll basically prompt you instead of you having to prompt it, which is a little bit easier sometimes.
And do you know, like, if I wanted to pull from like different files or different sections, so my students, they create their own like study questions on a discussion board. And I have a discussion board for every chapter. Would I have to generate a separate file for each chapter, or do I put it all in one document with like a header? Do you know how does the bot reference? Like if the student says, I want to generate study questions from protists and animals, how does the bot pull from that?
So you're saying so they're going to be creating different study guides throughout the semester, right?
Yeah, they generate like their own pool of study questions as a class.
Right.
And normally I just say go to the discussion board and use that as your study guide. But I thought it'd be cool if they could go to a bot and say like, I want to create a 10-question practice quiz from the protists and the prokaryotes.
Right. I think if you have it in a header and it's all in one document, I think that should work. But I would definitely test it before because it can get confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
That's a
thank
cool
you.
idea. Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Naomi, did you have a
Hey,
question?
yeah,
Hey.
quick question.
Yeah.
So, I may have missed it from joining late, but you said this can't be integrated into Canvas, right? Or
You can use it as a link, so you could embed it in a page. You could add it to your course navigation. Hi, it's good to see you.
the sun was on me again and blinding me, so I kept it off.
Yeah, you're good. I always like to have my video off, and there's so many people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically you just you can add it to your course navigation if you wanted it to be accessible there.
Oh.
Do you want me to show you how to do that? Do you know how to do that?
Yeah. And then if I wanted to do 2 different versions, because I did one on like writing skills, but I like the syllabus one for all the classes.
Right.
How do I direct them towards the 2? Or should it just be button links?
Yeah, so you could have basically 2 different bots that you could link different places. So maybe the syllabus bot, maybe that's just in your introduction module. But then the writing skills bot, maybe that's in your course navigation. Yeah. So basically, let me share my screen. So when you go to settings, you go to app and you search for redirect.
Redirect, okay.
Yeah, and then you click add app and you'll name it like writing skills bot or whatever you want to name it. And this is where you would put the PlayLab URL. And then the thing you want to make sure you click is show in course navigation.
Okay.
And then when you add the app,
that's cool.
Yeah, then it'll show up right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so students can see it.
So I published it to the workspace. So you're saying someone could potentially accidentally edit it?
Only the other people that are in the workspace. So the people from the workshop today, they could do that. So you could also publish it. Let me see. You wanted to just make sure you could publish it to a different workspace. So you could create like a private workspace and publish it there.
Private. Is that in PlayLab?
Yeah, so in workspaces, what you can do is you could just click new workspace and you could title like, Naomi's workspace.
Oh, workspaces. Where was that? Was that back at like home or something?
Yeah, so if you go home, you'll see in your left hand, do you see my workspaces?
Yes. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Okay. And so that's just me in there.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, so you can add a workspace that just has you.
perfect. I will do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This was cool. I like it.
Good,
Helpful.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. You
Oh,
too.
how was your trip?
It was good. It was, I mean, we went to Rwanda first, and that was, unfortunately, it was still raining like the entire time we were there. So we had to cancel this like forest trek and like all these things that we had planned.
Right.
But then when we got to Kenya, all the rain was gone. And so that was amazing.
Oh,
We
good.
spent like half the time in Nairobi with family and then the other half on safari in the Masai Mara
Oh,
area. So
nice.
that was really amazing.
That's
And
awesome.
I was prepared for that to be the most expensive part,
Right.
you know. But then once we got there, my husband has his Rwanda ID, which never expires. So then he got the East Africa discount, and then they don't even charge the kids because they take the kids like as their own, like, oh, you're African. I don't care if it says you're American. So we
Right.
didn't have to pay visas in Rwanda because of him. Oh, I had to pay
Wow.
mine because
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, it was like significantly cheaper. I had planned for it to be like hundreds and hundreds, and it was really just
Right.
me. So
That's a
it's
big difference.
it's cool, right? Like
That's
they don't
awesome.
care. Like you're one of us. You're one of ours.
Right. Right. So you
So
just had
yeah,
one expensive ticket.
yeah, just
That's
one.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
a really big
helpful.
difference.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool for
Oh,
sure.
good. I'm so glad you got to do that. That's really
Yeah, me
cool.
too.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I'll talk to you soon and keep me posted.
yeah,
You
yeah, I
get
will.
anything. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Bye.
Bye. Bye. I'm leaving.
Oh, whoops.